Donald Trump posted that Iran has announced the Strait of Hormuz will be fully opened and not close again. So let's talk about it. What does this actually mean? Should we be getting excited as investors? Does this mean the war is ending? Let's have the conversation. Now, here's where I'm at with it, okay? And on the surface, it does sound very exciting for them making that announcement. It does look very good. However, I do realize that we often get news on Fridays and then we get the counter news on Sunday. So could this be great news today on Friday, and on Sunday we might be getting some bad news? I don't know yet. However, something that makes me optimistic, and this came from a conversation that I had with Clinton, a friend, when we were discussing the charts. And last week, Trump had implemented the blockade at the Strait of Hormuz. And what should have happened from that was the oil prices should have skyrocketed. But that's not what happened. Oil actually dropped, which begs the question, was there something behind the scenes that was taking place that we weren't privy to that the global leaders knew? Because oil is the indicator for what is taking place globally. It responds almost instantaneously in terms of the price to what is going on. And so the fact that the prices didn't go up last week, and in fact they dropped, again, makes us wonder what is actually taking place. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos in regards to the war, I've said that I'm sort of keeping an eye on between April and the middle of May to make a final determination on which way this war is heading. I'm still holding on to hope that they're going to wrap this thing up and send the market, just absolutely send the markets to the moon, like something that we've never seen before. That is what I'm holding out hope for. And up until this point, things are still lining up for that to take place. Not a prediction, not financial advice. It's just what I feel in my gut for a few reasons. Number one, there is just no way for the Republicans to win the primaries with the current, how should I say this? In the current conditions that the average Americans are in, I just don't see how the Republicans are going to win the primaries. They have to do something to where they are going to win over the vote. And usually that comes by doing something like pumping the markets. If everybody's making money and people are feeling good and people are feeling prosperous, they're going to win that vote. But again, only time will tell. The other thing that I'm looking at is, ironically, in the middle of May, is when Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chair, comes in. Is he going to come in, and is he going to lower interest rates? That's something that I'm keeping an eye on. The other thing that I'm keeping an eye on in the short term is what is taking place with Bitcoin. So over the next week or so, or week and a half, what I'm keeping an eye on is what takes place with Bitcoin when it hits the $80,000 mark. I do believe we're going to hit the $80,000 mark, but I'm wanting to see what takes place when we hit that. Are we going to reject there and go back down, or are we going to push through? And again, I have my long-term things that I'm holding out on to look at, and then I have the Bitcoin thing that I'm looking at. Now, what does all of this mean? And here's the conversation, or here's the takeaway that I want you to have from this video. Two things. The first thing is that we're continuously fed headlines. whether they're good or bad. It goes good, then it goes bad, then it goes good, then it goes bad. And we're on this constant roller coaster of emotions. And most people, unfortunately, are impacted by it. What I've done is try to put on my blinders. And I try not to look at the headline, but what's taking place behind the headline. And it's something that I actually learned as a barber, ironically. I mean, I'll try to make sense of it very short, in a very short sentence, is that when I was working with the public, you never knew who was walking through the door, right? And like, I had to get good at reading people, because somebody can have a huge smile on their face, like, hey, Donnie, how are you doing? But they were actually a very miserable person to be around. So I got good at not paying attention to what was being shown on the outside, and I started looking at other factors or other indicators for me that would lead me to understand what kind of person I was dealing with. And I feel the same way when I see these news headlines, is that I try not to take it for what it's worth at the surface. And I try to understand what are the indicators that I should be paying attention to happening behind. So that's one of the things that's important to take away from this video. The other thing is that we can't lose sight of the fact that we are in the middle of a huge financial restructuring. That is not opinion, that is fact. On the other side of the financial restructuring, the people that do not have assets are going to have an extremely tough time. I don't want to say that it's impossible, but I feel like it's going to be next to impossible to get ahead at that point. Which is why I feel a sense of urgency to take every spare dollar that I can afford to invest, and I prefer to invest in the crypto market because I believe that it gives the biggest opportunity in the shortest amount of time for the average person like you and me to build our wealth, because it's going to be part of the new infrastructure. If our financial system is changing, and this isn't financial advice, but if our financial system is changing and everything is going to be tokenized and on the blockchain, it makes sense to me to invest in the companies that are going to be part of the new infrastructure, especially at a time like right now when the whole market is down. I don't care that the market is down. In fact, I'm happy because it's given me a longer opportunity to accumulate. And what I'll do is when the market goes up is I'm going to sell a portion of my holdings at specific exit targets. I'm doing everything humanly possible to find creative ways to come up with extra money to eliminate my debt so that I can invest even more. If you look at the car that I'm sitting in right now, I just bought this car the other day for $1,000. It has 270,000 miles on it. 270. I put my primary vehicle, which is a beautiful vehicle, I put it on Turo. I already have it booked out all summer long. That's extra revenue that will be coming in, extra cash flow, whether I want to pay off the vehicle, whether I want to invest it and earn more cash flow, I haven't decided yet. The point that I'm making is that I'm doing everything humanly possible to put myself and my family in a better circumstance because I recognize the sense of urgency. This video, like every other video that I make, is a call to action. I do these videos and I started this YouTube channel to help bring awareness at the importance of taking action and doing something to put yourself and your family in a better financial circumstance. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Donnie Joseph. On this channel, we talk about crypto, investing, wealth building, mindset, macroeconomics. So if any of that stuff interests you, subscribe to the channel, engage with the content, and until next time, we'll talk soon.